So I made a video about wage slavery, and a lot of the comments that responded are people saying things like, "Oh, well, those wage slaves did that to themselves. So those wage slaves deserve it. All this, like, their value is nil. They don't have any necessity. Like, there's no necessary labor that they produce." It just goes on and on about how the labor of the wage slaves is invaluable and unnecessary, and that's why they're paid so little. And that is the most asinine, domesticated by capitalist propaganda stance anybody could ever take, okay? The labor that the wage slaves do in this country is so invaluable, it is so necessary that our country would have collapsed hundreds of years ago if it wasn't for their labor. So don't sit there and act like, oh, they're an unskilled worker, their labor's unnecessary, it's unessential. No, it's very essential, it's very necessary. And I think it's unfair to say that it's not skilled. I mean, you have to have some skill in order to do labor in general. Like, yeah, it doesn't take much to dig a ditch, granted. That's not very skillful. But still, you can't say it's unskilled. It's not entirely unskilled. So I think it's kind of silly, but yeah, I understand that like a doctor is more skilled, but they're both as necessary. Like we need ditch diggers, we need doctors. They're both essential to the proper function of our society, okay? So it doesn't matter if it's like relatively less skilled, it's still valuable labor that shouldn't be exploited by the capitalist class. It doesn't justify the exploitation. So if you're one of those people that are saying that their work is unnecessary and unessential and unskilled and therefore it's justifiable to exploit them, you're a part of the problem, okay? Like, I do you not understand what like freedom and independence means? Because that's what we're supposed to be here in America. We're supposed to be able to be free and independent. And we are not free and independent if we are being compelled into having our labor exploited by laws that have been legislated without our consent. So wage slavery is evil. There's no way around it. You can try to justify it any way you want, but it's just not, it's evil. Listen, I need to get up to 1,000 subscribers so I can start doing the live feature of TikTok. I'd be grateful if you would follow me just so I can make that happen.